welcome back to the René of Paris channel today for a live stream. Today's video is going to be a kind of get ready with me, but a Halloween edition with a special guest. So I'm super excited today to be here and walk through a makeup look with you. We're gonna have a special guest who is amazing with different makeup looks, cosplay looks. And if you're not familiar with our Get Ready With Me segments, that's basically where we have a guest come on and walk me through a makeup look. So normally a lot of these will end up being like a day-to-day makeup look, but of course with Halloween right around the corner, we're going to be doing a kind of face paint look, and I'm so excited for this today. I love trying different face paint looks, but I'm still a little bit new to doing it, so that's why our guest is here to walk me through all the steps, and I'm just so excited with how this is going to come out. This is also a really great kind of last minute makeup look as well, because all you have to do is just have a face paint palette and you can just really get creative with it and do any sort of like just interesting like face paint base and then some little details that make it more of a Halloween look, and then of course pair it with a fun bright colored wig as well. So I'm just gonna let our guest in now. Hi, how are you? Hi. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream today. I'm just adjusting my tripod a little, so there we go. It helps it a bit. How are you doing? I feel like I'm so close.
I'm good.
Okay.
I just did a bunch of errands, so I'm like...
Yeah, I feel that. I was like making sure I had all of my stuff prepared in front of me here. So I have like primers, all these different face paint colors, so many different types of brushes. So I'm really excited to walk through this look. So just for starters, just to introduce you to everyone, this is Saigo's Meow, also Lyrical. Your name is Lyrical. So do you want to like introduce yourself and how you got started doing cosplay stuff and things like that?
I started cosplaying when I was really young, like 8 maybe, like in elementary school. Like my grandma would make all my costumes because she was like a seamstress, so she would like, you know, sew me all kinds of stuff, because back then it was kind of hard to find cosplays, you know. You couldn't really just go online and like find a lot of them, so we'd have to make some, especially because a lot of them wouldn't fit me because I was like 8.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that's how I started.
So if anyone's not following Lyrical already, you can check out her page, Saigo's Meow. I love all of your different makeup looks, but I guess for starters, we can kind of like get started with the look while we're talking. I'm also going to switch to the wig that you're wearing now. So the one I'm wearing right now is Arden from the Amore Collection. I started with this wig today because I wanted to have a fresh face with no makeup before, and I just want to point out the fact I love wigs with bangs. To anyone watching who has alopecia and doesn't have eyebrows, I love wigs with bangs because it covers the lack of eyebrow if I'm just like going about my day. So I was wearing this one for now, but I'm also going to switch to the one that you're wearing. This is from the Muse collection. This is Lavish Wavez in a color I haven't tried before. I love it so much. The color is Cosmic Teal. The Muse collection has such nice fun colors for sure.
Yeah. The rose, I think it's called Dusky Rose.
That one is amazing. So the Muse collection just has like such unique colors, like such interesting ones. I'm trying to get the tag off. So what is the first step that you want to walk through with the face paint look?
I guess I did my eyebrows because I already had them done, because I had to go to get lab work done earlier, so I just put my eyebrows on because I naturally have very thin eyebrows, so I didn't want to walk around with no eyebrows on. So I already have mine on, but I was just gonna fill them in like darker, maybe like try to match the wig because they're kind of like warm toned right now.
Okay, sorry, I'm just wrestling with the tag a little bit. Just cut that off. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this on. And then I also, did you start with a primer or anything like that? Because I'm just going to put a primer on my face first for the face paint.
Yeah, you can put primer.
Perfect. Okay. Gosh, I just love this wig color so much. Like, I feel like I had no idea how beautiful this wig color would be in person, too. Like, it's just like it's called Cosmic Teal, and I feel like that's the perfect kind of descriptor for it, because it's just like a teal, but not so bright and violent, like so bright and in your face, but just like a really nice color.
More like you got it done in the salon, though. It's like little highlights and like lowlights, not like vibrant, like
exactly. Like it's not all just one color. It's like really dynamic as well. I don't know if you already put on primer before, but I'm just doing that now just to make sure. Oh, okay.
I know. I saw this color pop one.
Ooh, nice. I love color pop makeup. I got this e.l.f. one because I heard really good things about it. The primer that I already had before had kind of like a skin tint to it. So since we're doing face paint, I knew we're not going to be doing like normal colors.
I put this clip in my hair. And
Gosh, I love that hair clip. I used to have one just like that. Now I'm like, where did I put that? That'd be perfect to wear this right now. Okay, wow. Okay, this e.l.f. primer, this is my first time using it, and it actually is, like, so tacky. I can see why this one is a popular one. Like, I'm putting, like, glue on my face.
I've tried some of the e.l.f. ones. I like them a lot, but sometimes it's hard to find them. Like, the one that I like.
Which is the one that you like
here.
from e.l.f.?
The, it's like, has, like, a shimmer in it.
There's one that I really like that was kind of like a little, like, circle pot kind of thing. Is it that one? Yeah, I love that one, too.
Yeah, it's like a putty one.
Really? I think it probably like went viral on TikTok once or something, and now everyone like,
yeah.
Same with this one. Like this one I always see people talk about. Like, wow. I guess like the whole point of primer is so it's like kind of tacky, so it kind of grips onto whatever you're putting on top of it, but it just looks so funny right now. It's just like super shiny.
I love shiny.
Okay. So what would you call the makeup look that we're doing today? Because it's kind of, the good thing about this look is I feel like it is a really good last minute Halloween look, because as long as you have any sort of face paint, you could just get creative with it and do it in any sort of color. It's kind of almost like a zombie. I think the person, that palette I'm so jealous of. I have this new palette that I haven't tried before, so I'm hoping it works well. But it is this like super rainbow.
Oh, I've heard of that palette. Some of my friends have that one.
Good, because I have a Miron palette that is like a 6-color palette, but I thought this one would be good to use today because it has a lot more shades to work with. But that one that you have, like, that is like a dream palette. I need to get that at some point.
Sorry, my
no problem.
So bad.
Is that here?
It's snowing here today, and I'm just like, why is it snowing?
Yeah, right.
It's supposed to be October.
It's not supposed to be that time of year, but
it's
just extending later into the season, I guess. Okay, so should we start? What do we do the face paint now, or do we do some other steps before going right into the face paint?
I usually do my brows first because sometimes it's hard to like get my eyebrows over the face paint, but like either way it works.
And then I guess you can also like touch up the brows. You can like touch them up afterwards if the face paint kind of covers it a bit.
And it's kind of like the same thing when I do my foundation. I do like my eyebrows
for my foundation,
or my eyes.
See, so what do you use for brows? Do you use like a pencil, or what do you have? I'm gonna be dropping so much stuff today too.
I always drop stuff, so I'm sorry. It happens all the time. I was just gonna use like a dark.
Oh, so you're gonna do the color that we're using for the look too? Okay.
Make it like a little bit blackish. So it's like
so it's kind of like a darker root, so you can match the brows to like the root of the hair.
Which color will match best?
I'm also gonna put like a base, like a very light base of my regular brow, and then maybe add the teal after as well. Always at the best time, right? Okay. I wish there was a way to like show the after picture for anyone watching, so we can be like, oh, this is the look we're doing today. But it's basically like a full face of a color, and then gonna add in little things like little stitches that almost looks like a Frankenstein look, but it's not exactly that either. It's very like something that you can kind of do your own thing with, which is cool.
I have my backup phone so I can look at their pictures.
Good idea. I didn't even think of that. What it looks like.
My phone moves, but it looks like it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, that's the good thing is I feel like it's a lower effort kind of face paint look. Like it's good for beginners, but then it looks really, really good. Yeah. So it's like perfect for like.
It looks like a lot.
Like when we were going over the steps ahead of time, it was like, okay, like it's just like a basic face paint color and then maybe some highlights and contours of the same shade. And I guess what you can do with that is just like add in some white for the highlight and add in some like darker shade for the contour.
Yeah. Contour.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
My old phone's
like, yeah, that's perfect. I'm so excited for this right now.
Oh, I smeared my
like, I can tell this primer's working just based on how shiny it looks right now. It's like, that's how you know. Doing it.
I just mixed a little bit of blue with black and it actually came out really good colors. I don't know if you can see that from all the way over there. But I felt like this palette is so dusty.
I know, mine always look like that.
Because like my
especially when it's a big palette. As
I
soon as
just
you
mix,
blend one
like,
color, it's just like all over.
yeah. My daughter also got into it, and she kind of like smashed
Oh no!
some of the pans, and it made it get everywhere. And then she broke the mirror,
Wow.
so it has like a big crack in it.
You know, it's like a well-loved palette too, though. It's like when it looks like that. When it looks too clean, it's like, oh, you must not use that very often.
And then she got into my glitters.
Oh, that palette is so pretty, though. I love that. Which palette is that?
It's from my friend's brand. I don't know if she sells it anymore, but it was from. She renamed her brand, so I don't know what it's called now, but it was like a 3-in-1 palette.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
From an indie brand. But I like it because it has a lot of colors.
So you're just kind of going over the brow that you have already with like a little bit of a teal color? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right now it's kind of like a reddish brown.
This palette that I have is so cute. It's like 2 halves, but then it separates, so it's like a purple side and a blue side. Like,
Oh,
but I thought this little blue side is perfect for the teal look. On the inside.
I have too many palettes. I was like, which color do I use? I don't know. I have too many. I don't do a whole lot of like teal colors, so I usually do like reds and like orange colors. Not a whole lot of like blue, so this would be like.
That's why it's fun to have those rainbow palettes, because then even if you don't use those other colors often, you have them when you do want them.
Yeah. My skin is so dry.
I have like the most annoying kind of combination skin where it's like dry in the morning and I have to like make sure I put on a ton of moisturizer to do my makeup, but then immediately it's like super oily.
I'm just always dry.
Yeah.
Dry. And then my daughter like has like this suction cup toy, and she like suction cupped it to my forehead. So
oh my gosh, I can't even see it at all, but that's hilarious. Yeah, I cannot see that at all, but that's adorable.
It's getting better, but it was so annoying.
Yeah,
to, like,
it's amazing that it stuck though. It's like okay, props to that toy for working so well.
Yeah, it left like a weird bruise.
I never really do colored brows, but I kind of love this. Like, even if I did a regular makeup look without the rest of the face paint, I like when it's kind of fun when it matches the hair. Although I look a little crazy right now. It's the primer is just like
it kind of the wig kind of reminds me of like the Corpse Bride, but like
yeah, that would be
better.
so perfect for that look.
Like if she had like glamorous hair.
Just a tiny bit. There we go.
And how it's like a muted color.
Yeah, and I don't know. You tell me, but I feel like this wig color doesn't show up like as well on camera as it does in person. Because in person, it's like a beautiful, like subtle kind of greenish blue. I mean, teal. Like the name is Cosmic Teal, but I'm like trying to explain what teal is.
It has like these lighter pieces in the front.
Yeah, like the fact that it has some lighter pieces in the front, and this wig in general, Lavish Wavez is like one of my all-time favorites. So nice.
I really want to try the blonde color.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. And it's also heat friendly too, which is cool. So you can like change the curls if you want to, but like I don't want to touch these curls. They look so good as is. I'm like, I don't want to undo it.
I had mine for like a year, and so I re-curled it recently just because it was kind of falling after wearing it so much. That's the good thing is like it's heat safe, so you can style it whenever.
Yeah, that's what I usually do with like.
And I feel like
with heat-friendly wigs, I usually like leave it until it like needs styling, and then at that point, it's so nice to have the option to style it. But they always just come with such a nice style that I'm like, I don't want to mess with this. It's so good.
Yeah, I usually don't style them until it needs it. Sometimes I feel like if it's a heat-safe wig, sometimes it needs heat eventually, like after a year. Or
like it needs a little bit more. Like a little more maintenance than like a regular synthetic wig, but it's like still that perfect balance between like it holds the style, but you still have to occasionally, like very occasionally, style it. But then it's nice to have that flexibility.
Yeah. My brows are thin.
Yeah. Like mine are like a little more bright, like bright teal, but I'm probably gonna like see how the face paint looks and see how I need to like work with it a little bit.
My eyebrows are naturally already really dark too. I don't have a lot of eyebrow hair.
It's always cool to do a makeup look, like the same makeup look as somebody else, and to see how it turns out with like different features like that. Because for me, I'm working with like no brows. Like,
I have a little jar.
Gosh, I love that. That's a good idea to use for like this kind of. Is that just like a regular glass that you use as like kitchenware?
I don't know. My husband got it for me at like I think it was from the dollar store. I don't know what exactly it was meant to be.
It's perfect for this exact kind of thing, like with makeup. And you do such cool makeup looks all the time. That's like good to have something like that on hand.
Not sure what colors I'm gonna mix, but
for the face paint.
Yeah, I have all these. My face paint palette is good for my face paint.
I love that so much. So yeah, so this is like brand new, so I'm excited to see how it works. This is nice too, because like Miron face paint is so nice, so high quality, but it is like a little bit more of an investment, whereas like this was pretty cheap, so I'm like curious to see how it works. Because I have that small Miron palette, but like I also couldn't find it before this video, so I'm like, thank God I bought this one. Like,
you see what this color looks like together.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I actually have a shade that's like already looks like that, so maybe I'll just use that one. Is that kind of like?
You add in a little more blue, looks like that.
Have you ever tried this before? So I picked this up for more face paint looks. It's Miron mixing liquid, and you can like use that instead of water.
I've never tried that. I always use water.
Water works just as well.
Or sometimes I use setting spray.
This also works to, like, if you mix this with like other pigments, like eyeshadows or something, it just makes it more vibrant. So I'm curious.
Yeah, people use it with like eyeshadows and stuff.
And I think it also helps things like with face paint looks. I feel like there's like a level of longevity that you want for a face paint look. Like if you're just doing it for like videos and photos. I think we were talking about this before. It's like you don't necessarily want to like set it so much because you're probably just going to take it off soon after anyway. But then if you're wearing it to like a Halloween party or an event, you really need to make sure it lasts. It's like kind of stressful, honestly.
Yeah. There's like the longest lasting paints I think that exist are alcohol based paints, and you have, instead of using like I've never used them before though, but you like mix it with alcohol to activate it instead of water. And it's supposed to be really hard to get off. Like you have to use more alcohol to get it off. That just sounds like it'd be really dry.
Like that's a commitment.
But it's meant to be like waterproof.
Like that's so good for if you're working at like a haunted house or something. If you like need your makeup to like really last.
Yeah. More actual usage than like a Halloween party. I did that well.
Because if I ever do wear face paint looks,
well, if maybe you're going for like a car or something, but I feel like if you put that all over your body,
seriously, anything alcohol based just like feels very drying. So you're just like kind of mixing it all in your hand.
It looks so much more brighter on camera. Like in person, it's darker.
Phone cameras always like change how things look.
Trying to see if those will mix good.
Gosh, I'm excited for this. I'm like nervous. It's always like the first swipe on the face that it's like, all right, now you're committed to being blue for the day. Yeah, I know, right? Like make videos afterwards with that audio. Okay, so are we committing? We're doing it.
I think it needs something dark.
Okay, that's the thing is it looks like almost white on camera, but it's blue.
I know, mine too. I'm like, why do it like that?
But I can also.
You can also like contour and stuff.
Yeah, I'm also gonna mix some of this darker blue into it because now I'm realizing it's like a little too.
It does look so.
Yeah. Right? I feel like yours definitely looks more blue than mine. Mine's very like. But I guess we can do like a layer of a lighter color, or at least for me, I can add like some darker after maybe. But then it's also good to start with the light because then you can add in the contour and stuff and not have to like.
Yeah. Don't worry as much. Where's my mirror? I have a little mirror somewhere. Unless I dropped it. Oh, right here. I have so much makeup on my vanity because my vanity is so small. It's hard to like fit
I know, like I'm using this little tiny table. I'm like, I'm gonna just be knocking stuff all over the place.
I do every day.
So how often do you do like face paint and makeup looks?
I don't do them a whole lot as I want to anymore. I used to do them a lot, but now that I have 2 toddlers, it's kind of hard. Because a lot of the looks I want to do take like 6 hours.
It's like hard to find the time.
So.
But do they ever want you to do their makeup, like kind of play with face paint?
Not really, not yet. I'm gonna paint their face for Halloween though, so hopefully they'll
that's
let
awesome.
me.
Do you know what they want? Like what you're gonna do on their faces?
I want to do like a dog, like little dog nose and some spots because they're gonna do Dalmatian.
That's so cute.
Because it'll be something like warm because we have like these onesies, so they're like really cozy.
It's snowing.
It's like snowing.
So
here.
Where are you based? Like what general area? You don't have to be specific. only if you want to answer that question.
I look so funny.
Wait, that might be personal.
I just looked at myself and like,
okay.
I live in North Dakota, but
I don't want you to feel pressure. Like, give me your home address on that street.
I'm from Louisiana, but sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll also hear my dogs too during this. So, like.
My husband's watching me, but guess she's crying about something. She's probably wondering where I am.
Yeah, they're like, hey, I want to join. Yeah, I think now that I'm blending in some of this darker blue, it's kind of like the better shade. Although yours almost looks like a little more green, I guess. But yeah, like we can also do different bases too. Like it doesn't have to be exactly the same.
That is perfect. Exactly. I'm gonna move this a little more off the way, or try.
Yeah, those are so cute. I love it.
I got them.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I got mine so long ago. I can't even remember where I got them, and I know I have them somewhere. But I'm like, I always forget about them.
I think they have them on Amazon. I'm sure. I had a different pair, but I broke them, so I had to buy another pair. I accidentally dropped it and I stepped on it.
This is the worst timing. Like, oh, I always hear people do that with their AirPods. Like, oh, I dropped it, and right at that second, a truck ran over it. I'm like, how do I know multiple people with that same story? Like, it's like all dropping your AirPods in front of trucks.
I'm always dropping stuff. I don't know why. I just always drop things all the time.
It's hard.
I look like
I know,
it's like, or something.
I haven't committed to the eye area yet, so I should just go in there so it looks more seamless. That's the thing with face paint. Yeah, like the whole thing. I'm using these kind of flimsy sponges, so I might switch to a beauty blender. That might blend a little bit better. But these little super cheap makeup sponges are kind of nice for face paint because then you're not staining the brush that you use on regular faces.
Nice. Yeah, I got sent these in PR, but they're really cheap ones. You can buy a pack of 12.
Yeah, that seems perfect for this kind of thing.
I have a bunch of them. So I'm use it for face paint.
I'm gonna attempt to use. I had this set of beauty blenders that came with this little baby one. It's so cute. I'm gonna try to use this one.
No. I like the little baby ones.
Yeah.
For, under eyes.
You get really precise in there.
I don't know what happened to mine.
They always just disappear like that. Yeah, this is way better. Yeah, I think more of a firm sponge is a little bit easier to apply darker pigment. That one was a bit too flimsy.
I like using brushes sometimes, but I find it takes longer.
Yeah, and it's also hard with face paint too. If it's hard to get the right balance of you want it to be the face paint to be moistened but not too wet, and then when you're using a brush, you can sometimes get brush streaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you avoid that? What is your best tip for avoiding that kind of thing?
If I have to use a brush, I usually do circular kind of motions with a kabuki brush like this. It's a Moda brush. Like this. It's all dirty right now.
So I'm just kind of setting the wig backwards, and then I guess I'll just like pull it back forward.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm just like, when I'm on my lives, I'll just be like picking it up and I'm just like,
yeah, I know, right? It's like, I know, I just have an extra big forehead.
I like having the wig on so that I can see like what color I want to do. Make sure it will like look right.
It always looks really funny, especially like having like a fully shaved head and then taking off the wig when I have a face paint look. It just looks like very wild. Just like, all right, now I just look like a mime or something. Yeah. Like the other day I was doing like a clown face paint look, and when I took the wig off, it just looked so funny. It's like a little circle of white.
Oh my gosh. I saw your
Thank
look. It was really cool.
Yeah, that was really, really fun to do. With that one, it ended up being like so much like more textured than I wanted it to be. But it's something like that is fine for like taking pictures and videos and stuff. But then like if I was to do that for a Halloween party, I'd have to like take a lot more time and effort to like make sure it was smooth. Yeah, I'm glad. Like I was like, okay, this doesn't look that good in person. It looked fine, but it definitely looked like a little bit. Honestly, this face paint, I feel like this is good beginner face paint because I feel like it's more like oily without putting water in it to begin with, and then I feel like it just goes on smoother.
Yeah.
Like Miron is amazing.
Your color reminds me of the color you're using reminds me of the color I used when I did the first bride. This color.
That's like the exact same shade practically. A look that I really want to do. I really want to do Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy at some point, like the shaved head.
That would be cool. Especially because then you could easily like paint.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like I need to get someone's help to like get the back of my head. Like I don't know how I would do that. That's a commitment. And I feel like whenever I really want to wear it to a con. Whenever I'm going to cons, I'm always like rushing to get ready. I can't imagine doing a makeup look for an in-person event where I have to spend like 4 hours on my makeup and then be at the con by 10 a.m. I'm like, how do people do that? Yeah.
It's a lot. I don't go to conventions. Like, I don't really go to conventions anymore because my kids, but I used to go to the one in New Orleans all the time. Just like local ones in Louisiana.
I just go to the local ones, but like living near New York City is so nice because then we get a lot of like the really nice big local ones. But they're fun, but they can be a little overwhelming sometimes too. Like, I just went to Comic-Con last weekend or the weekend before, and I went to all 4 days, and I needed like a solid week to recover. I was like, I just have to have a chill week now.
Do you ever like do like guest?
Like have I ever done them like as a? No, I haven't before, but that would be really, really cool. I would love to be able to do that in the future, but
some of my friends did those. I'm like, I don't know. Like, that would get
I feel like I wouldn't know. Like, I guess it depends on the panel. I feel there's some that.
Flung my bikini. Where'd it go?
Oh no!
Flung it on the ground. I'm also not used to having this much hair. Like, I usually wear like a bob, so I'm like 6 feet long.
I'm gonna pack a little more.
I don't know, it's probably like at least 26 inches. A lot of hair. I'm not used to it.
I feel like this is definitely a good like side-by-side comparison too of like the two different types of face paint. Like yours is definitely way more pigmented and like I love it. And then mine is just like the kind of like easier to apply but not so pigmented. But I will say it does look a lot better in the mirror than it does on the camera.
So does mine. Mine looks like kind of weird. It doesn't look bad.
Yours looks good, honestly. I like it. But I feel like it's definitely like it looks more patchy on camera than it does in reality. But I feel like once I set it too, it won't be so shiny. And then
yeah, you could do like eyeshadow.
And I got I have like the Miron setting powder as well, which is really nice. So like whenever I'm wearing face paint to an event, I put like the setting powder and like the Miron setting spray is so nice for it to last. Oh no, I know, yeah. I'm like probably gonna get covered too. I put on like a baddie. I don't know if you guys could see my dress. I'm like bats on my dress. I have a bat necklace. I wanted to go like full Halloween vibes today.
I just get so messy when I do face.
Yeah, I feel like it was like just out of the way enough that I feel like it wasn't gonna get enough.
Ruin it.
But it will.
I was like, let me wash turtlenecks, and then it just like that was a bad idea, honestly. Because now it's on your shirt.
Usually when you're doing face paint looks, if you have like a costume to go with it, do you wear the costume while you're doing the face paint, or do you put it on afterwards? Okay.
I don't mess it up. I don't stain
Yeah,
it
that's a good point.
or anything. Like you could wash it, but like if you're needing to wear it that day, kind of makes it hard.
But I feel like with some looks, it's so hard to like get your head through like the shirt hole or something, and then not get it all over the clothing.
Sometimes I'll wear like
Yeah, that's a good idea. Have the outfit covered.
That's what I did whenever I did when I did the Corpse Bride, because I had to do like full body paint almost, except like my legs. I used like tights or whatever, but yeah, it was a lot of face paint.
Hey, that's a really good tip for anyone who's like new to face paint. Wearing like a pair of stockings that are like the color of the face paint you're doing is so nice to like not have to put body paint all over your legs too. But it's sometimes hard to get the right match. Like I recently did a Starfire look, and I feel like the tights that I got were just like not the right shade of orange. But I'm like, this works, but it's not quite it.
I see some people like making these shirt things, like it's like a shirt, but it's made out of like leggings, and they like make it to where they don't have to paint their arms. And then some people even make like little sheer looking glove things. I don't even know like what the problem. And I'm like, I don't
know, like that's
know
impressive. But yeah, I've seen like tutorials on how to make it. But this is people who are like so good at sewing and crafting. They're like, oh, it's easy. I'm like, yeah, for you.
It's hard. I don't know how to sew like that. And then I feel like that's a hard material.
Yeah, like to get the fingers not looking like having them all be like the right size and shape. I think that'd be very difficult. But every time I try to make something that I don't think I'm capable of making, I always surprise myself. I'm like, okay, I did that. I really did that. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Sometimes. I'll spend like 6 hours on something. I'll be like,
yeah,
I did that.
Right.
No, we take it off now.
So what are some of your favorite like
time to go to
cosplay
bed.
looks you've ever done, or like favorite face paint looks?
Probably my favorite face paint one would probably be I don't know, that's hard. I really liked the Spirited Away one I did, where I did no face. And I like painted like the big mouth on my chest and then like his face.
Cool.
And that took a long time.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that on your page before. I need to like go look for that. I love anything Studio Ghibli, and I did a no face costume once, but it was more like a jokey one because it was just like a mask and the giant cloak. It's just a funny one.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like a legit high quality. That's so cool.
I just put like a big like veil thing over my head so it looked like a blob. Like, you know, like I didn't have a shape or something. I don't know.
I've never done a Studio Ghibli costume before, but like there's so many that I would love to try. Like I really want to do like a Sophie and Howl cosplay.
Yeah. I always wanted to do
like
because I like doing
Owls look
male
so cool. Like just like that jacket. Like I would wear that normally. Like that would be such a good like reference, like merch, but like kind of like an if you know kind of thing. Like most people would think it was just a normal jacket, but if they recognize it, it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god. There's somebody in my neighborhood that has like the scarecrow. It's like a big prop that looks like it's like a life-size prop outside their house for Halloween.
That's
and I'm
so
like, that's
cute.
so cool.
Do you think they made it themselves?
I think so.
Okay.
So it looks like they did.
That's
but
genius.
I don't know.
Do you like Turnip Head from Howl's Moving Castle? Oh my god. Okay, I need to do that, and I need to do it like today so I can have it for Halloween.
It looks so cool. So I remember when a lot of people didn't know what it was. I feel like now it's becoming a little bit more like mainstream, I guess. Whenever I was younger, and I would tell people like, "That's
like, what is that?"
Movie. They'd be like,
"Yeah."
Like
Spirited Away was like the one that maybe knew, and then if you mentioned other ones, they were like, "What?" I really loved, because I was such a cat person growing up and like still am, but I don't know if you saw the Studio Ghibli movie, The Cat Returns.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I haven't seen that one. It looks cute. I know you're talking about, but I
I
haven't
think
seen
I've seen that one probably like 20 times throughout my life. Like I've put it back.
I like this one about a girl and it had like a younger guy in it. And he rode like a bicycle. I know it's so big, I can't remember what it's called.
I feel like I know which one you're talking about.
It was like a romance one. So big, because I only seen it like once or twice. I don't remember it very well. But I remember it was really cute. It was more like it wasn't like a supernatural like fantasy one.
Like a
It was
slice
more
of life
like
thing.
Yeah.
Those
more realistic.
Ghibli ones are always so good and like underrated, because the fantasy ones are so fun, but then those like genuinely like hit you right in the feels, like right. They always make you want to cry.
And I'm like, I want to know what it's called. It had that song called. Oh my gosh, it had a song and I can't remember what the song was
I feel
called.
like I can picture the movie you're talking about.
The Country Road song.
Yeah, I know exactly what
Song.
you're talking about. Why can't I remember the name? It's the one she's like overworking herself and like studying so hard, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly what you're talking about. Like,
I can't remember what it's called. Hi, David. Hi, King David. I was like, where's my eyebrow brush?
I do feel like this face paint, like once I set it, it'll actually look pretty good. And it's kind of nice. I feel like with the Miron paints, like I was saying before, sometimes if I'm trying to layer those, it's hard to like not get it to be so textured. Whereas this is like definitely, like this has to be set, like it's very slick, but that makes it easy for blending. And then once I set it, I feel like it'll actually look pretty good.
Like a cream face.
I've never used the cream paints before.
I do like cream paints. I don't have very many of those. I just kind of like bought the big palette from Aderans because I was like, you can also refill the colors, so when you run out, you can pop them out because they're like magnetic. I think. They have like a way you just like pop them out and then you put the refill, so you don't have to keep buying.
Yeah, so it ends up being more cost effective. Every time I want to do a different look, I end up buying like a new individual. Like I have one of them here. New individual Miron thing. White's nice to have a big one of because you end up using white for like so many different costume looks. But then like if I need like for a blue, I probably won't use blue that. I mean, well, when I do Nebula, I definitely will need a lot of blue. But generally, like I feel like pink I would use a lot of because there's a lot of different pink characters. Yeah, like bubblegum. Like the did you ever like Lore Olympus? You know that like webcomic?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like because I feel like it's kind of based on like the Greek gods. So there's like a Persephone character, and she's and like all the different characters are different colors, and she's fully pink. That one's like very niche, but I feel like it's like very cute. I don't think I've heard of that.
I'm like, I don't think I have. When did my beauty blender go again?
Wait, what did you say?
That's why.
Oh no!
No way. I might put contacts in later. When I take pictures, I might put some contacts in, but I don't know like what color.
So do you do contacts after
the
makeup look?
Usually, yeah, because if they're not in my prescription.
Oh yeah, so you would need to be able to like see. Yeah.
My vision even worse.
So I will say with this makeup, first time using it, and I'm already hitting pan on the blue, so cheap for a reason. Yeah.
Mine's just like this.
Wow.
I don't have to use too much, which I like this one. I did my whole body, almost my whole body, with the color for the Corpse Bride, and it's still
like I
really
use the white one constantly, and it looks like I barely even touched it. Well, it's two.
I have the white and the black, and I only bought this one because I needed it for a lot. But then when I bought this one, it comes with 3 white and 3 black.
See,
I have so much black.
You use all the time too, because even if you're doing like a full blue look, like we're probably going to use a little bit of black for some of the details, or like maybe the contour. I don't know yet. But.
Let's see what brush I can use.
I don't know if I'm going to commit to doing my whole neck area, but I will just do just the neck, so it's not such a stark contrast between the face and the I kind of look like an from Avatar, like the blue Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The like alien.
People who do face paint looks of that are so impressive. I feel like they usually need to use a little bit of like prosthetics too, because I guess they have like kind of different features. I haven't
never
either.
actually seen that movie. I don't know why it's so popular. I've never seen it. It's just not like the kind of movies I really want.
I say that too, so.
I know my mom's like, it's her favorite movie, so I'm like, I'm sorry.
I got a lot of movies like that that are really big that I still haven't seen. Like, I feel like such a fraud for this, but I still haven't seen the Barbie movie.
Oh my gosh.
And
really?
I really,
it was really good.
wanted to see it. I just got
so
busy. Like, I was out of town when it came out, and like, I would have loved to go to opening night. Oh my gosh.
They put it like where you can stream it, so I just watched it on my phone when it was able to stream.
Yeah, okay, I need to find the stream version of it because
I didn't want to go to the movie theaters because I have 2 kids and it's like really hard to find like babysitters when you're in like middle of nowhere and you're a military spouse. So I don't like have family I trust where I'm like, here, my kids.
Yeah, it's
I have trust problems.
Kids, that makes sense. Like, let me just not take that risk.
So I didn't go see it because they're kind of too young to like sit in the movie and like be good. So I'm excited when I can finally take them to see like some kind of kids movie.
Yeah, that's so cute. So how old? I don't know like what a good age for that would be like to take a kid to the movies.
Like 5 or 6, I think. Would probably 5. My oldest is 4. Like she could maybe sit through, but my other one is only 1.
Yeah. She's a little too soon, just a little.
She's a little too young.
I have some glue on my finger.
I bought some paper towels up here. Something. Oh. Paper towel to wipe some of the.
I'm gonna try lowering my ring light and see if that makes my face less shiny looking. Because I feel like the color looks good in the mirror, but then that kind of just show it a little better. Yeah, I swear once I set this, it's gonna start coming together. Yeah. Like hilarious.
It looks so weird because I have like bikinis in my eyelashes. I just have like blue eyelashes.
Your face paint is definitely a trust process situation. Like, it's gonna look crazy. It's like face paint looks crazy until it's done. Like, there's no point at which you're like, this is coming together.
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
always does.
You just gotta keep going.
Especially when you just do like a color like this where it's not really like a lot of details. It's mostly just like you're painting yourself like a different color.
Yeah, like a full body thing.
Weird until you're done. If you're truly a blue person, you wouldn't just be
as a costume. Yeah.
The solid blue. You'd have some different colors. Dimension.
Are you up to the next step, or what should we do next?
I'm probably gonna do the contour.
Okay.
So I probably use like this color and this color. Maybe like just kind of like mixed colors to kind of do the darker parts in there. So hear my dog.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my dogs are always barking in the background.
I might have to like let him out at some point because they like to go in and out when it snows.
That's crazy that it's already snowing there. Like today, it's like 75 degrees in New York.
I don't even know what the degree is. I think it's like 30.
It's very unseasonably warm right now. Like it's weird to be this nice today, but I'm not gonna complain about it.
I wasn't expecting snow already. Like,
That's part of Halloween costumes.
They kept saying like it might snow.
It's always nice when it's like warm up until Halloween, because then like whatever costume you're wearing, you don't have to cover it with a jacket. But
like Nobody's gonna see your costume.
I'm gonna put like a light dusting of this powder over this just because I'm like super oil slick because it's like oil based.
I feel like
yeah, the
the
mirror one definitely dries me out, but this one is like very
emollient based. I think that's the word.
That's a lot.
Clean my brush off. Emollient.
Yeah, so I guess with oil-based paint, it's like super essential to use like powder and setting spray and stuff like that. Because already, like just a little bit of that powder, it looks so much better because it's not like super shiny anymore in the ring light. Okay, yeah, that already like made a huge difference.
When did you start costume?
So, kind of like, I started getting like really into Halloween costumes for a period of time where like the first Halloween costume I made that was very much like more like a cosplay than just a regular Halloween costume was when I did a Harley Quinn cosplay. And I actually I dyed a wig. I like made a bunch of the pieces. I did like a lot more elaborate makeup look than I would normally do for Halloween. Yeah. And then I had so much fun doing that. I was like, okay, I love Halloween so much. Like, I'm so sad Halloween's over. And then I'm like, okay, wait, I don't need to just do this on Halloween. I can do this whatever I want. Like, what's stopping me?
Yeah, exactly. I always loved Halloween as a kid. That was like my favorite. Well, I mean, it's still my favorite holiday. I guess if you would call it a holiday. And so another reason why I really like doing cosplay. Like, I had nowhere to wear them really whenever I was younger. Like, my grandma would make them for me, but I didn't like start going to any conventions till I was like a teenager. I think like 13 was like the earliest I went to one.
Yeah, I didn't start going to conventions until 2019, which was like, and then I was like, okay, I love conventions so much, I'm gonna start going all the time. And then obviously like lockdown happened, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe not. But then I got really into doing them online on TikTok, like, so I got so into it. I was like, okay, now how am I gonna like express this outlet? And then I had so much fun.
Yeah, I started posting on TikTok around the pandemic. The panorama.
The panorama.
So yeah, where I'm coming when we had the lockdown. I feel like a lot of people started posting them.
But I feel like it's good because also if you live somewhere where there's not a lot of events that happen, it's just still a fun way to express that side of your interests without having to like travel.
Yeah. I can't really go out a lot as a mom. I feel like it's like the only way people can see my cosplay. Like, otherwise, I'm just sitting in my room. Like,
okay, I'm wearing full makeup now. Nobody will ever see it. Like,
okay, no one's gonna see it now. Which I didn't have TikTok back whenever you know, we were younger, and I was doing cosplay as a child. Like, that would have been like cool, something like that. Because I see a lot of like preteens and like teenagers posting, which obviously it should be like parent supervised, but that would be like a cool way you could show off your cosplays and stuff. Cause the only way I could do it is if I went to a convention, which I only have to like once a year, twice a year.
Are you gonna add some sort of like blush on top of this, or like I don't know, like would you do like a pink blush, or would you just do like a darker blue for?
I saw the girl in the picture did use a little bit of a blush. Like when I watched her tutorial, it was kind of like a peachy pink color. That kind of color kind of goes with blue, the peachy color.
Whenever I do a face paint look like this, I like never want to take it off. I'm like, okay, I put so much time into this. I'm gonna be this color for the rest of the day.
I know. I wish I had somewhere to like go. Like, where would I go like this? Like a Halloween party.
Somebody asked in the comments, how do your kids react to your looks? That's such a good question. Like, do they like love when you dress up? Like,
I thought they would be scared. I see a lot of white scalp. But yeah, they don't get scared or anything. People ask me that all the time. Like, do they get scared of your makeup? Like, the only time they've ever been scared is if I wore like a mask. Like, I have a ghost face mask.
Because I guess then they can't necessarily tell it's you anymore with a mask.
My Sally face mask. They
Which
get
one?
scared of. So I don't cosplay around them. It's from a video.
Oh yeah, I just want to hear the.
Sorry, my nose. but he wears a mask, and they're like scared of it. It's not even that scary looking. It's just that it's a mask, I guess. And
like the whole like object permanence thing. Like they don't understand yet that it's still you in the mask.
Yeah.
I just have like the cutest nose contour. Like why did that come out
like this?
Good. Like
it looks like, my nose is so stuffed up. But yeah, I've never gotten scared. Even when I did like this really creepy Pennywise look with like fake blood, they're like, yeah, that's mommy, I don't care.
That's adorable. I wonder if they're gonna grow up being like really into that too, because they're just so used to seeing it.
Like, I hope my kids come out like loving spooky stuff, like when they're older and they can like understand stuff better. Because she's kind of getting at the age where she's starting to understand like Halloween. Like my older child's like 4. She's kind of starting to understand like, oh, we go trick or treating and it's like fun. I get candy. Like she's kind of starting to understand like the purpose of it. Because the last few years she was like, we're like, okay, it's like trick or treat, and she's like,
yeah,
okay.
I like don't understand what they're doing. They're just like,
what are we doing? She's confused. So she's finally like where she's getting excited about it, and she wants to watch all these Halloween like TV shows. So you know, like Bluey themed Halloween, like the Halloween episodes of like kids cartoons. So she'd be like, I want to watch Halloween Baby Shark, or I want to watch Bluey Halloween. I'm like, oh. I had this brush. Where did it go? Oh, it's on my lap. I like to use this brush. It's from Real Techniques. It's the medium shadow brush. I like to use that for my nose contour. It's not meant for nose contour, but I like to use it.
I feel like nose contour is like a relatively new concept. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I feel like that used to be like a part of makeup. So like people use brushes that aren't like necessarily like made for that, but it just works well for it.
They even make brushes made for
I feel like by now they must, because now it's like more of a trendy thing. But like, yeah.
I like this one because it's like fluffy, so it doesn't make it too harsh.
So when did you start like incorporating wigs into your cosplay and makeup looks? Like did that happen like kind of at the same time, or did you kind of decide to add that in later?
When I first started when I was like 8, I didn't. I didn't then because I couldn't find any that were good. Like I went to like a Halloween store and I was like, okay, let me see if I can find a pink wig, and I tried them all on. I was like,
Halloween store wigs, like they just have not gotten better since like they are so bad.
It was like really bad. So I was like, no, thank you. When I was like 8 years old, I'm like, no, these are ugly. I was like, I'll just spray my hair with that like temporary color spray, and that's what I would do. Where I would try to pick characters that were my natural color, and then once I got to be like 13, 14, I started like buying them on what was it called, like lemail.com, and then epiccosplay.com. I would buy like my wigs on there, and then now you can just buy them on Amazon really easily.
But it's
that's pretty much what I got.
Funny how Halloween store wigs have just still not gotten better to this day. Like,
and they charge the same price. You could get like an epic cosplay wig for a similar price, or you could go on like Amazon and get a better one.
Who is still buying Halloween store wigs? I don't know. But then it's fun with like with wigs like this one. It's so nice because it's like got the high quality features like the lace part and whatnot. So like obviously I'm wearing it a little far back in my head right now because of the face paint, but yeah, like it just kind of looks like your own hair dyed that color. And then it's like I would also wear this for like day-to-day looks as well, but then I can also incorporate it. So do you tend to wear wigs as like part of day-to-day fashion as well, or mostly just for cosplay?
Both. So I started wearing them for like daily use and around like the lockdown, but not because of the lockdown, but because I was having some like hair thinning at the time because I have Hashimoto's hypothyroid. So like I had a lot of like balding spots like right here, like at my temple and stuff, and like the back of my head was like really thin. Because my levels were like so off. My doctor said that's probably why. I had lost it. So I started wearing wigs for that reason, and then I just kept wearing them even when my levels got better and started to grow back. Because I'm like, they're just so fun and easy. Before that, I just wore it for cosplay, but I'm like, there's all these cool wigs like René Paris and stuff you can just wear day to day, and it's like higher quality than like, you know, like a cosplay wig would be.
Like, it's so nice to get the wig that you can use for both. Because I love the fun colors for day-to-day looks, but then, like, anytime I get a fun colored wig, I immediately am thinking, like, okay, what characters can I use this for?
Yeah, me too. Honestly, you could use this wig probably for the Corpse Bride too, because it's kind of like that grayish, like, blue color. Because I see like different people use different colors for that cosplay. And whenever I did her, I did like a muted color, kind of like this, but it wasn't as nice. It was like more of a costume wig. But I like the more like cooler, like glue color, I guess, over the bright like navy blue. I felt like it looked more zombie, like more like realistic, like if she was in real life.
Yeah, I always love thinking about, like, there's two different routes you can go with cosplay. One is like, you want to look like the character just popped off the page and like you have the exact same color scheme, like everything. But then there's like the version of like, this is what they would look like if they were a real person in real life.
Yeah, like more realistic, like if they were a live action movie. That's how I do a lot of my cosplays. I kind of just put my own twist on it. I don't usually make it exactly. Or I'll like be inspired by fan art.
That's always really fun to do, especially when there's a character that's like very common. Like, there's certain characters that are like super frequently done as cosplayers, and like I love seeing those looks, but then it's really fun to see a unique take on one that you see a lot.
Using this shimmery color. That's some of my Makeup Revolution Pride palette in this one.
Okay.
I have like a highlighter.
Cool.
But you can use like a white too.
Yeah, I used like a shiny. I have this. I have a Wigs Club palette right here.
I love all your Wigs.
They're so much fun to do because they're just like so sparkly and fun. Like, but this has a really pretty.
I always wanted to cosplay a character.
Which one do you think you would do?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I like all of them.
Like, I'm slowly working my way through all of them too.
Probably Bloom, because she was my favorite as a kid.
People know what we were talking about. It's like a little fairy TV show, but I've done her, and then I did Dark Bloom recently for Comic-Con, which was really fun.
It was really good.
I did, yeah. It's actually really cool because I'm like a pretty novice sewer. Like, I'm not like that experienced. And I feel like Stella's was pretty easy to make, Muse's was pretty easy to make, but Bloom's intimidated me because it had like a collar and everything. But then I got a template. Like, they make Wigs Club cosplay templates, and then I just made it using that. And then it was literally just like follow these instructions, and like the hardest part was like figuring out how to make my sewing machine work properly because it's like half broken. But like the actual like cutting out the pieces, like with the fabric and stuff, like they made it so easy.
I have a sewing machine, but I don't really know how to sew very well. So you know definitely more than I do. Like, I used to sew a lot whenever I was younger, but I completely forgot how to sew once I got older.
Yeah.
Because I just stopped doing it. Because I had like the needle go through my thumb, like all the way through my finger, and it traumatized me. So I just never sewed again. Like,
yeah, I am so terrified of any like horror stories with sewing machines. I'm always like so like overly careful, but like maybe for good reason apparently.
Yeah. I was only like 9 when it happened, so I was probably just being kind of careless, I guess.
That's very scary. Like, I wonder if they make like sewing machines for younger people that like aren't as powerful, that like it'll go through fabric, but it's not going to be capable of like going through.
Or have like some kind of guard on it. They have some like little guard protector things that kind of help you not get your finger. Yeah. I probably should have had that on mine. I don't know if those existed back then or not.
It's like back when we were kids, it was like...
I feel like somebody probably should be supervising me.
When we were kids, it was like, good luck.
Nobody was supervising me.
Hopefully you make it through.
My like, they just trusted me with the sewing machine for some reason because I've done it so much. They're like, nobody was really watching me. Like, my aunt was like downstairs, and it was her house because we lived with her for a while. I feel bad. She was like 19 or 18 or something when this happened. So when she saw that and she came downstairs, she's like,
oh no.
Where's your mom?
Yeah, that's very scary.
She was.
And that's like,
so
oh no,
scared.
like, should I have been watching more closely? Like, ah.
She was so young. She just doesn't know like
Yeah.
what to do. I'm just sitting here in like shock, like not even crying. It's like
it's like even scary. We're like, are you okay? It's like not even reacting.
sitting there. I just called her. I was like, Tati Jamie, I need help. And then she brought me to the ER just to make sure like
oh my
there
God.
was no thread in my
Even just the
finger.
concept of that is like horrifying.
And luckily it was fine. I didn't need to do anything.
Yeah.
But go home.
Yeah.
But, oh my God. I was just scared. I'm still kind of scared of it. I'm not gonna lie. I need to just get over it because people are like, "How are you a cosplayer, but you don't really sew?" I'm like, I don't know. I just
like you make it work. Like I barely know how to sew either, and I feel like people there's like different parts of cosplay that appeal to different people, like the makeup side, the crafting side. Like people make their really cool like EVA foam like armor and stuff. Like that's so cool. And some people are into sewing. It's like people just kind of choose the part that they're into, and like you don't have to do all of it.
There's some people who are just really good at like the wig styling.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen like the cosplay wig stylists who like, again, we were talking about before, like sometimes you want to go for like a realistic version, which is like usually what I like to go for. And then there's ones who almost like do crazy things to the wig that almost make it like the exact shape of the cartoon character.
Yeah, like 3D, like all those, like I don't even know, like sculpted looking.
Yeah,
they charge like $1,000.
That's a lot.
I could never afford that, but that was really cool. When I did my Sailor Moon cosplay, I was looking like, okay, like they have like the really cheap one for like $20 on Amazon, but I didn't like it enough. So I wanted to look more natural, and it's more like a yellow color. So I wanted to do more like a natural blonde color, like a golden blonde. So I decided to make it myself because it was like $500 to like commission like the cheapest one you could find. And I'm like, I understand why they charge so much.
Yeah.
I can't afford that.
It's like, I want you to get paid for your work. Unfortunately, I can't afford to get paid for your work.
So I just figured it out by like watching tutorials and stuff, and it costs like $100 or so, and like parts from Arta. So I just like bought like wefts and like different things to like make it out of.
That's so cool. It's like a fun project.
It took me like a week. But it was worth it. It was really cool. And it saved me a lot of money.
And that's just so cool to like learn new skills with cosplay stuff. Like every time I make a new costume, I always try to like challenge myself to try a certain like crafting technique I've never tried before.
Yeah. Like I made my mask for my Sally Face cosplay. I never like made a mask.
That's so cool. It's just so fun to see what you're capable of doing. And there's like YouTube tutorials for everything.
I also made a I looked at a couple people's tutorials and just kind of like did it my own way. Like took bits and pieces, different things of like what I liked, and that's what I did. Because it's kind of like a like a smaller fandom, so you can't really just go buy stuff for it. Like
that's how it was with Wigs Club for years. Like I feel like I was such a Wigs Club stan before it started to get more popular again, and like. So with the cosplays, they didn't have any pre-made cosplays back in the day. That's why I started to like figure out how to make my own, even though I barely know how to sew. And like now it's honestly so exciting because as it's getting more popular again, like now they actually have pre-made costumes of Wigs Club, which is wild.
Yeah, I remember watching it when I was little.
My favorite nostalgic show.
That's one of my favorite shows. Even like My Little Pony a long time ago used to not be as popular, but now
there's a lot of shows like that. I never watched any of like the Monster High things, but like those are really popular among cosplayers now, and those are so cute.
I never really watched or got into
Yeah,
that
like I
because
think
I was a little
it came out
older
when we were a bit older.
by the
So,
time Monster
but like the
came out.
cosplay, like I want to watch
Yeah,
it just
I
so
don't
I
know
can
how
cosplay.
old you are.
Because I never want to cosplay things that I haven't
My
like
sister
watched, but I'm
was
like, the cosplays are so good, but I have to watch at least a little. Like sitting here like
yeah.
watching a children's TV show by myself. At least when your kids get older, like they can watch it and you can like watch it with them, even though like secretly it's you that wants to watch it, you know.
I watch Bluey with them. When they watch Bluey, I watch it with them. I'm like, it's actually kind of like a cute cartoon, even though it's like a Disney Junior show. I'll just like sit there and they get excited when like new episodes come out. Yeah, new episodes to watch.
Okay, so what is next? So I guess we have like the base done. We have some contouring and like some highlight. Oh, I forgot to put highlight like on my cheek.
Oh, definitely the blush. I say the eyeshadow, and I usually do my lips last.
I have like the perfect teal lip color, but I don't know what I did with it. I have a black though, but the teal, I don't know. Oh, I think it's in here actually. I think I have it. But I bought a teal lipstick for a Gwen from Total Drama Island look. I don't know if you know that character.
Gosh, I have this one.
Oh, that's perfect.
Gwen costume. I'm probably gonna mix it with like it's like a dark blue, like mixing. My chair like shaking. I have like this makeup artist chair.
Yeah,
I can't
sitting on
it, but it's like
I'm
looks like a director
like a
chair.
drum stool right now. It's very creaky. Like
so it makes me really tall, from like all the way up the ground.
See, like the phone camera just does not do these colors justice. I'm definitely gonna like take a bunch of pictures of this with my actual camera after and like post them so people can see the difference.
I hate the way like especially like Instagram Live makes me look sometimes because it like doesn't show up as well the details and stuff. But whenever I go on TikTok, I feel like it's a little better.
I feel like the phone camera is still about like the only way it looks good is if you're in front of like sunlight. Like I feel like artificial light a lot of times doesn't show colors as well.
Yeah. And it's so gloomy outside today, so I just have my ring light. And, like, hopefully it
no, your coloring definitely looks good with the lighting. It's like I'm always constantly wrestling with my like lighting setup to make it look good.
Color. I'm just gonna use the same colors I use for my contour for my face. So she has like
okay.
I don't know if you can
like
see
nice
that.
like kind of
Oh yeah. I forgot you don't have I could try to show you. But if not, I mean you could just put the shimmer on your eyelid if you can't figure it out, but I'll show you how to do it.
Have, like, slightly
how I do it.
eyes, so that could be why it's a little bit of a struggle for me, but it's like I don't know. Like it's like you have like a good canvas to work with.
I have like my eyes are a little deep set, but I don't have hooded eyes.
I'm just like analyzing my eyelids and the camera. I'm just like, I think they're just like slightly hooded on like the sides, so I have to kind of work with it for eyeliner. But there's like so many good techniques you can do to make it good.
I find my little cut piece brush. Oh, here it is. I use like a brush like this.
Okay.
It's like a cream eyeshadow brush. It's technically a cream eyeshadow brush, but you can use like anything kind of similar. Like anything you can like kind of. What I basically do, I'll just kind of explain it, and then like also show you what my eyelid is like creasing. But I basically just go on with like all my colors, like my dark colors, and I just kind of put it on. And I don't worry about like if you get it right here, it's okay, because I go in with like a Q-tip after, and I just kind of like carve out the cut crease with it, and then I go in with like you can use this base paint color or like a concealer. Like if you're doing a normal paint, you would like use a concealer. That's your color, or like a eyeshadow base. And then I put the eyeshadow just, like,
put the bright color back on top after putting the dark color.
Yeah, so that way if it gets like muddied or whatever, it kind of like brightens it back up, and then you don't have to worry so much about making it perfect, because it's kind of hard to like blend it really well and then not get it anywhere.
So let's see if I can attempt to do this.
I have to fix my eyelids because they're kind of creased. See if I can fix that. Need to put a little more face.
Even just swiping the darker color on there already just gives it so much more dimension. Like I feel like especially when you're working with face paint and your face is all one flat color, it's like essential to go back in with the contouring and whatnot.
Almost like washes you out when you don't have any contour. I had to fix my eyelash. It's creasing. I didn't set it really. I feel like my eyelash like the crease.
Oh yeah, mine too.
But I'm just taking like the blue color. Just do my You got a fluffy brush.
I know.
My hands are all
me too.
blue. It's hard not to get messy. I don't know how people don't get messy when they do their makeup. I feel like even when I do normal makeup, I get makeup all over my hands.
Especially with eyeshadow, it's so hard not to like have it fall all over.
Yeah. Or I get eyeliner, lipstick. All kinds of stuff.
It's so funny, whenever I'm doing makeup on a live stream, I always end up using like the phone camera as the mirror.
Yeah.
Even though it's like so much harder to see what you're doing.
I do that a lot. I'm trying not to do that right now. I have a little mirror from the dollar store.
Because like I have a mirror, but then it's always like I either have to hold it in my hand or like bend down to look at it, and then it ends up just I automatically.
I have my vanity mirror, but it's kind of far away.
I have a mirror that's kind of like propped up over there, but it's like slightly too far to see the details.
I'm like, I don't have contacts in it or anything.
So when you wear colored contacts, you just have to like basically commit to like not seeing for the day, or like.
If I get them from Pinky Paradise, then they always come in like prescription.
So you can get prescription colored ones.
Is good. But if you get a lot of other places don't sell a lot of prescription ones, they're just kind of like plain or whatever. And then those are kind of hard to see out of because they already kind of, some of them already kind of like block your vision a little, depending if it's a mesh color.
Contacts like drive me crazy when I wear them. Like my eyes are like constantly itching and like I can't. I feel like you can always see if you have like a solid colored lens. You can always like see it in your peripheral vision, and it just makes me feel so like claustrophobic.
Annoying. I know exactly what you mean. I found that Pinky Paradise one
I feel like I've tried their contacts, but like their name is really familiar. I've either gotten contacts from there or I've at least browsed their site, but I can't remember.
I've used them since I was like 13. They've been around forever. I think like 20 years.
The name is definitely familiar.
Making them. So it was really cool when they like reached out to send me some. So I'm like, I've been using these since I was like 13.
Feeling. You're like, oh my gosh, I buy your products anyway. So like, yes, please do send me free things.
Like creasing. My nose is so dry.
Yeah, I'm like pretty impressed by this oil makeup. Usually by this time in face paint, it is like so splotchy looking, and like the thing about this is it's like an oil slick though. Like this has to be set in so many different ways. Like if I went out like as it is right now, I would end up smearing it everywhere.
Hi, Sam. Trying to remember to look at the comments. Nobody's really commenting though. I don't think it's Sam. Saw your comment. You're more like a cooler tone blue, and I'm more like a green. Green.
The thing is, in person it definitely looks more blue, and the camera is just making it look like a very, very light blue. So
maybe I should have done a more color like yours.
No, these look perfect. And I think that's like the fun part of this makeup look too, is it's like you can do this with any base color. Like you could do a purple version of this, you could do like a pink version. It always depends on what your like final look is. feel like I just breathed in a bunch of like translucent powder and like talking.
They look really cool. I'm like a bunch
Yeah,
of
definitely. You're hiccuping, I'm like breathing in powder by mistake, like choking on face setting powder.
Sometimes when I set my face with powder, I start sneezing. That's true.
So have you started doing the lighter part of the cut crease yet? Okay.
Not yet. I'm just putting my color there. I'm putting a little bit of black now.
So you're adding like a darker contour. What is the word? A darker crease.
Probably should have put lotion on before this. My skin is so dry. It'll look a little cracked.
It's so hard not to face paint. That's the thing is, I usually, if I'm doing like a regular makeup look, I usually don't even wear foundation. So when I'm working with face paint, like it's so different from what I normally do that there's always so many steps to forget.
It's harder to blend in. My skin's so dry, so like it, makes it look more dry.
I'm just laughing at how much better it looks in the mirror than it does on camera. Like, when you guys see the picture of this makeup, you're gonna be like, wow, she actually looks okay. Whereas in the iPhone camera, it's like, she tried her best.
My allergies. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Helen. I hope I said that right. Helena? I'm trying to say hi to you guys, but I'm bad at pronouncing it. I'm sorry. I see a couple people that I know pop on. Probably because it's so fun.
Yeah, because with the joint line shows both people. It's always cool.
I don't go live a whole lot on Instagram. I go live on TikTok.
Same.
So I'm like new to it. All the features are like a little different.
Yeah.
But you see how like some of the black kind of gets on your eyelid, but I feel like it's easier to blend if you because you don't want to blend too far up. So
that looks so good with the black eyeshadow. Like, do I even have a black eyeshadow?
And then I go in with the Q-tip or makeup remover. I like this Neutrogena. And then just like a Q-tip. I see some people use Vaseline on the Q-tip too. And then I just...
Oh, so you're basically like kind of taking off what's there?
Yeah, and just kind of doing like this shape of where you want your cut crease at. Like that. And then I go in with a dry Q-tip just to make sure I get all the oil off. So I mean, it's optional. This is what I do. And now
like it's a little patch.
And then I go on top, like you can go in with the face paint or eyeshadow primer. Probably gonna use an eyeshadow primer and then just like put the color eyeshadow on top. Kind of do like a light greenish white shimmer, like a tealish shimmer.
Oops, I kicked my tripod. This is looking so funny close up.
I put like my gray contact.
Oh yeah, that would look good.
I'm gonna take away from the color.
Again, the trust the process steps.
Our eyes
it's like, what is she doing?
Color. I have like no lips. Like disappeared. It just looks like I have like teeth.
Yeah, and the mouth is always so funny. I took a clean brush and I just put some makeup remover from this makeup wipe on it. I think it's kind of doing a good job of just like cleaning up that area.
Just whatever you have. I just have a whole box of Q-tips.
Oh, nice, nice.
Because I do cut pieces like every day.
Q-tips are such a good makeup tool.
I just have like a little trash can in here and I just like throw them in there. My little makeup room. Trying to see if I can find my white. I have like this Beauty Creations eyeshadow
nice.
base. It's kind of like the P. Louise one, but it's only $3. And I have a white one, a black one, and then like my skin tone. And I'm trying to see if I can find the white one because that might be better. But I don't know where I put it because I don't use that one as often. Here it is. The white one.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell someone. And I like to just basically pat it on like where you've made that shape. Just kind of, you know, pat it in the shape. That's why I kind of like this shape that's kind of like curved because then it's easy to like pat it where you carved it out.
I'm gonna watch you for a second since I don't usually do cut creases, and you have a good technique going there. So I might even just try to. Do you think I could use this white cream face paint as the concealer?
Yeah, probably so. Is anything that can like kind of be tacky, you know? Or you can also use your skin color concealer.
Like if we were doing like a regular makeup look, I would just use my concealer, but I guess then it would just look like patchy makeup in that spot. But then I guess you put the eyeshadow on top of it, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna. It's just so that way when you put the whatever color you're gonna put on top, it's not like muddy,
like a clean canvas with
black or the dark please. Just makes it more sharp looking, I guess. I really want to try the P. Louise ones, but I've never bought any. I heard they're good, but I've always just used these.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one. So that's a type of primer?
Yeah, it's Beauty Creations color-based primer, called White Out, and you buy it on their site. I don't know if you can buy it in person anywhere because it's like I think it's a Mexican-owned brand. I'm not sure. And they do like a lot of wholesale, so like a lot of like different people will sell their products like wholesale it, like they'll buy it in bulk and then like resell it, like in like beauty shops and stuff. So sometimes you can find like at a beauty supply, but I don't have any beauty supply stores here, but besides Sally's, like chain ones. Cause you know there's like hair, like beauty supplies that like sell wigs and stuff. Sometimes you can find them there. But I bought it online for like $3, so I bought like different colors. They usually have like coupons and stuff.
Love a coupon.
I also like their eyeshadow.
I love getting it like if you join like a company's mailing list that you like. Usually when you join a mailing list, it's annoying to get the spam, but sometimes you join a mailing list and you're getting coupons that you like actually love and use all the time.
Exactly. Sometimes you like, oh look.
I feel like it's like as far as makeup goes, I feel like that's definitely me with ColourPop. Like yes, give me the coupons. Or like the free shipping, because I hate like I always get so annoyed when I'm buying the cheap makeup and then the shipping makes it like more expensive, and I'm like, I get the concept and I get why you have to charge for shipping, but if I'm trying to buy cheap makeup, I'm trying to buy cheap makeup.
Some ColourPop you can buy. I know sometimes ColourPop has some stuff like Ulta.
Yeah, that's true.
Target now too. But they don't have a lot of like my colors for my foundation because I wear the lightest color. When I'm not self-tanning, I'm the lightest shade. And they don't sell it in any store, the shade. I have to buy it online.
It's always nice though when you like already know your shade. It's easy to just buy something online, whereas if you don't know your shade, it's nice to be able to try them on.
Yeah. Like sometimes you can go to like Ulta and then you can like try on. Or like swatch it or whatever. I went to Sephora and they swatched every shade on my face. Like the lady, I felt so bad for her because I'm so pale. And she was trying to find which shade to match. And we went through every single one and she's like, okay, there's only 2 brands that have your color.
That's so funny.
We swatched all of them. I wear like the Fenty 100 whenever I don't tan. And the Rare Beauty.
Ooh,
I
always hear really good things about Rare Beauty, but I've never tried any of their stuff.
I also matched the Hourglass, but they don't have the foundation. They don't sell it
I think
anymore.
they discontinued that one.
I think it's been discontinued because I went on like the Hourglass site and it wasn't there anymore. I'm like, what? I
So you finally
find
something that works.
It's like more expensive. It was my favorite foundation because it was like really full coverage, but it didn't dry me out too bad, and it matched my skin. Because a lot of like pale foundations will be too pink, and I'm not pink. I don't have pink undertones, so I have like more of a yellow undertone. So it's hard to find anything that doesn't make me look like orange. And I hate when brands say like, "Oh, this color is ivory or porcelain."
Still like pinky, So I feel like I also have that like to a bit of an extent. Like I'm usually the lightest shade, but like I don't have such a hard time finding that it's like only specific brands. But it's like usually I just without even looking, I just feel like the lightest shade is usually the one I need. But
like this is me with self tan. I still look like more scared. It's like even when I self tan, it just makes me look normal. I feel like I just look like a normal color, like most people instead of a vampire. And I have like very sensitive skin, so like I also can't just wear whatever brand because some give me allergic reactions.
Yeah, like I've never had an experience with that. Like every time I get new makeup, it's always like, make sure you patch test this, and I'm like, it's fine. I'm just waiting for the day that comes along where it's maybe not fine.
I always patch. I have to patch test everything because if not,
oh no,
I might have to go to the ER.
Yeah, I definitely don't want that. Oh yeah.
I had to go to the ER for a steroid shot because my eyes had swollen shut from a face wash, and it was like a set of.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
I accidentally used my husband's face wash because it was right next to mine, and I had like makeup remover in my eye, so I couldn't see. So I just grabbed some and I was like, it immediately burned. I was like, what is going on? But I was like, okay, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go to bed because it just burned, but I didn't have like any visible reaction yet. But when I woke up in the morning, I went to look in the mirror, and I literally screamed. I was like,
that's scary.
I felt like my face was puffy, and then like a couple hours later, it was like my eyes were barely open. I was like, okay, I have to go to the ER.
Scary. I think I'm gonna add a little more to my brows again, just because they are disappearing.
And then I just used this color shimmer.
So that's what you're putting over the primer?
Yeah. And then I just kind of go back in and blend the dark colors so they kind of get too light sometimes. Just kind of blend it back. Kind of re-blend everything. Where did my little brush go? Oh, here it is. I lose everything. And then we just have to do the little stitches.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like, and then it's just like lipstick and stuff and lashes, which I don't know which lashes I'm gonna do with that.
Oh, where did I put my lashes? Just over there.
So
So how often do you like rewear your
right
lashes?
there.
Because I feel like I rewear mine like a criminal amount, but you know you gotta get your like best use of them.
I wear mine a lot too, and sometimes I'll wash them. Like I'll put them in like micellar water to like get all the stuff off the lash band. And then I'll like take tweezers and like pull all the glue off, and then I'll like spray rubbing alcohol on them so like kills the bacteria, and then I'll rewear them. And I'll just keep wearing them until they just can't
or
be
like till I
worn anymore.
lose them or something.
Yeah, I lose mine a lot too. I like set them somewhere and then
or I lose it
they
and
disappear.
I find it like on my dog later. Like
I have like a little lash graveyard in my bathroom, like you know, like a medicine cabinet. I have like a little area where I just put.
Yeah, like I feel like 'cause I always have lashes that are like they're kind of like too old to wear, but then I'm like, oh, but maybe what if someday I want to wear these old lashes? Like, yeah.
Can't get rid of them. There's like a little lash graveyard.
The emergency supply.
A lot of them are still good. I just kind of put them there so I don't lose them. Because if not, they'll kind of disappear.
I'm putting like a little bit of setting spray just because this stuff is so slick and oily. I feel like I have to like set the oil. Like I see it like.
I'm probably gonna put some black eye pencil if I can find it. Like a black eye pencil on my waterline.
Pencil. I wear black liquid eyeliner like every day, but I don't know if I have a pencil. Let's see. I don't have my liquid liner.
Sorry if this looks creepy to anyone, but I like to put it on my top waterline and my blower. Sorry, y'all. I keep sniffling.
I don't even notice. Good.
So bad.
I'm gonna add a little bit of my.
Especially now it's
What'd you say?
snowing.
Yeah,
now
like
it's
it's already
snowing,
like winter, like actual winter for you. The fact that our weather is like so different.
It's supposed to be fall time. It's not even Halloween.
Yeah,
like,
right?
How dare you snow?
And then watch like Christmas is gonna be like.
Who gave you so much?
Like you want it around Christmas time, but then snow is nowhere to be seen.
I guess Christmas is coming early.
But you could consider Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie.
I think it's both.
Any excuse to watch it again.
It's really easy to vote. I see like merchandise for both ways. Like Halloween merchandise and
like they just want to
Christmas
make all the money they
merchandise,
can off of it during the season.
both.
One of my neighbors got one of those. I don't know if you saw these anywhere, but like they had these gigantic Jack Skellington decorations for sale somewhere. And my neighbor got one. It's literally like 12 feet tall. Like it's as tall as his house. And it's so cool. Like I need that.
Like the 12-foot skeleton.
What'd you say?
Like at Home Depot. Like those 12-foot skeletons.
Yeah, that's so funny because the house across the street has that, and then the other house has the giant Jack Skellington. So like, I feel like they're in competition with each other. It's pretty.
Those are so cool. One of my friends has one. Like, I wish I had
Same. Like I would just find an excuse to keep it up year round. Like at least in the backyard or something.
Maybe when I like own my own house.
Yeah. Like there'd be like homeowners association issues with this. Like the neighbors get mad at you because you have a giant skeleton out all year round.
I feel like nobody should be allowed to tell you what to do in your yard. Like, I like get why they do it, but they ruin the fun all the time.
For the most part, people would think that was just like funny, but you never know.
Yeah, I live on a military base, so they have like rules for housing too. Like, you can't put up Halloween decorations until this day, and then you have to come down.
That's stressful. I feel like I would mess it up.
They're like, you can't put Christmas up until this day, and you can't put Christmas up till that, and you can't do like that. Like
it's interesting. Wow. Are you putting on liquid eyeliner now? Is that what that is? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I like to use this one for my like little corner thing. It's like the one that has like
That's
the
so
eyeliner stamp.
cool. I've seen those before, but I've never tried it.
It comes with two, because like this one goes on this side and this one goes on that side, because it's shaped
That's
different.
so cool.
And then it has like the normal point on this side.
See, now I need to like hold a mirror closer to my face.
I don't really use them that much though. Like they do work.
It's
though.
nice with face paint, because I feel like whenever I'm doing my eyeliner, when I have face paint on, it's so hard not to rest my hand on the face paint and get the splotchies.
Yeah.
The splotchies. I didn't mean to say that. You end up with splotchies.
Also like this Milani one.
Ooh, nice.
It's like really, really sharp. I got the hiccups. I like to use this one for my like actual eye. I saw you use like those little eyebrow things with like the little prongs on it.
Oh
like
yeah,
I
love that
the
thing.
those are cool. Do you like use the tattoo?
I tried them
things
once,
too?
but I think I just bought shapes that weren't good for my face shape, and I also like every time I put them on, I have such a hard time like making one more rotated than the other, so I just look like I have like one up, one down. Like a lot of people use those and they look so good, but then when I do it, it's like I cannot get the right shape and size and color, and one is always like rotated. Like I look like, you know, in like the Wii, you ever like the Wii Maker or whatever, like the me.
Yeah.
You can like rotate
Little
your eyebrows. I feel like one of my eyebrows was always like rotated too much.
Or like thin. I see that other girl who has alopecia on TikTok. I forgot what her name is. She's really, really popular. She has
Yeah,
like
maybe Chloe B.
That's
cool. I
yeah,
love her stuff.
Chloe.
She's so, her makeup stuff is so good too. She's so pretty.
I've talked to her a couple times. She was, I think she had like, I told her about like the Bold Hold products, because I have really sensitive skin, and it's like the only thing I can use if I glue my wigs down. I remember commenting like one of her videos because she was looking for glue, and then I saw she bought it.
That's so
like,
cool. You're like, that was my recommendation. That's so funny.
I think Bold Hold sent her some. I was like, it's really cool because I know the CEO of Bold Hold. She's really sweet. So if anybody needs like it's like a temporary hold, the one I use. So sometimes I'll use them on like my synthetic wigs because you don't need to, but if you want like that extra hold, sometimes it's nice for like cosplay too.
Definitely.
There's certain wigs that are like heavy.
Because sometimes like the full-on glue is like a bit too intense.
I don't know if I want to do a wing or not.
Oh, I feel like I do a wing. I've been doing a winged eyeliner pretty much every day since I was like 14. So now whenever I try to do makeup looks without the wing, I just feel like it doesn't look complete.
I know, I do a wing all the time, so when I don't do them, I'm like, it's so weird. I feel naked or something. Something's missing.
Especially when I do lashes, I feel like it just helps it blend in and look more seamless.
I do like a little small one. I tried some of like those like glues and they like gave me an allergic reaction. So you have to be really careful when you use any of those kind of adhesives because even if you don't have sensitive skin, sometimes it can give you
like a bit intense.
Which is nice with like these kind of wigs, you don't have to glue them down. Whereas like a lot of like some of my cheaper ones, they're not really glueless, so you kind of have to glue them down, or like they lift up, and your lace is like
exactly. Yeah, that's why it's so nice with these. Is it's so effortless to just like put it on and not have to worry about like
like snug to your head. It's not gonna like
exactly.
And I like that the lace is like transparent, so even though like I have face paint,
like still just blends
it's transparent, so you can't see where it is. And it matches all skin tones, so
Yeah.
it's just clear. Because a lot of the cheap ones, like you get at the beauty supply, they're like tinted, so then it won't match it if you're not the color. But now they're getting better about like having more like HD lace, I guess that's what you call it. I think the clear lace is really nice.
Do you also do like inner corner eyeliner? Yeah, it looks like you have that on as well.
Yeah, so I like always do it, so I feel like I have to.
Yeah, that's what I feel with like the
camera. I don't feel like me. And I just do like your own twist on it or whatever. Ooh. I feel like I got a lot of face paint
in your eyes. Oh no! In your eyes. I was like, ah.
I swear, like on camera, everything looks way lighter, and then in real life, it's a lot.
Yeah, see, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, this looks so good, but then I look at the camera and I'm like, excuse me. It
looks more like washed out than it is.
We'll definitely post pictures later so I could see
like,
how it looks properly. What's
your favorite wig style, like name?
That's a hard question because like I switch it up so often, and like because I have alopecia, like I wear wigs every day. So then I have wigs that I like for like an everyday wear wig, and for that I like something that's just like easy to put on. And then I have the ones that I like for like looking more glam, and then the fun colors. Like I love all the different fun colors so much. Like this is so cool, and like I think I saw you have that wig color. Yeah. I love that wig color so much. That's one of my favorites. In terms of styles, like for the everyday wigs, I really like the Amore Collection wigs because those are like designed for people with hair loss, and those I feel like always just look natural no matter what. So like the one I started out with earlier, like I had a black wig on. I love that one so much. That's Arden from the Amore Collection, which is like such a good kind of.
I feel like you pull off.
Oh my gosh, thank you. But I feel like it's all about
like
the makeup, though. Like I feel like depending on what color I wear, I have to like change my makeup slightly.
Yeah.
Like there are some colors that I would just wear with no makeup, and there's some colors that I feel like just don't work unless I have like a little bit of something.
I know exactly what you mean. Like some makeup doesn't look good with certain wigs. Like if I wear like a cool tone blonde, if I do like too warm of like makeup, it might not look right as like cool tone makeup looks better with like the cool tone here on me. So I try to like match. I just like match my makeup to my wig instead of matching my wig.
So you match your makeup to your. So as in you choose the wig first and then choose the makeup after. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, I probably do the same, like wig first then makeup. But I guess it depends on the look too.
And right now I'm in like the process. I'm trying to like fade out my red hair dye because I have like semi-permanent in it, so it's not like permanent dye. It was Arctic Fox, so I'm trying to fade it so I can do like a ginger color. So I've been wearing wigs even more lately because it's in like that weird like faded color.
The transitional period
where it doesn't really look good. It's like some parts of my hair are still red and then some parts are like blonde. Like I didn't want to go out with crazy hair.
Wigs are honestly so good for so many uses. Like even just having like a transitional hairstyle to just wear over it. Like for some people who are like growing out their hair and then it's like in a length that they don't like at the time. Or
you're outgrown.
Yeah.
You know. Especially if you're blonde, I recommend like getting like a blonde wig that's close to your hair. Because then when your roots grow out and you can't make it to the salon in time, you can wear it. Or you're like a topper. Because I have a friend who, she doesn't have hair loss, but she wears blonde toppers. And she's a hairstylist. So she like, it's like the human hair toppers or like synthetic toppers. And when her roots are really bad, she just puts it on. And
that's perfect.
You can't tell. So it's great for people who don't have time all the time to go to the salon. There's all types of like different reasons you can wear wigs, and I feel like a lot of people think you have to have hair loss to wear them, and you don't. Anybody can wear them. They're just kind of fun. There's many like reasons you can wear one.
People wearing them for hair loss, or people wearing them for fashion, or like what you were just saying, like covering up roots, or like while your hair is transitioning, it's like so many different good options. Or even just like if you want to try a color and you don't want to commit to actually changing your natural hair to that color.
Yeah. Or you just want to always change colors. Like you want to be blonde one day and then have red hair the next. It keeps me from always dyeing my hair because I like changing it so much. See if I can find my lashes. Here. I thought I had them right here, but
lashes are like disappearing artists. Like 1 second you'll have them, you're like, where did it go? And then you lose one, and then the whole set just needs to be replaced.
I swear I put them right here. But I have kids, so they kind of move stuff around sometimes. So I don't know. I might have to use a different pair. I wanted to wear those because they're really cool.
That is the worst. I hate that, losing a pair of lashes so much. Especially because like the ones that you've worn already, they're already like shaped to your eye. They're already trimmed.
Okay, I found some. See, I also have these over here. Let's see. I have these ones. There's like different shapes, so they're not all the same.
I love that when you have like kind of options in a different pack. I got one of those like huge multi-packs online, and like it has some ones that I wear for like a natural natural look day, and then it has these like big packs.
These actually were like free, like they came in my package. One of my orders. You know, sometimes they just throw in like free lashes.
Oh yeah, I love that.
With different things. And usually the lashes like companies send you for free, like when you buy them on buy stuff on Amazon or something. They usually look crazy, but
yeah,
really
like sometimes they end up looking like they're just not good enough quality, but sometimes they actually are really good.
Like this is another pair I got for free, and they don't look bad, but they look a lot cheaper. They're just so big. So I was like, oh, these are really pretty, and they came with a bunch. I was like, wow.
I forgot I had.
I just have to find.
I have this like. Have you ever tried the About Face like Halsey eye paint thing?
No, I've heard of them.
I forgot my friend gave me this because she ended up not liking it, but I think it's like a very like you have to like really like kind of work with it. I'm gonna try to add that to my crease.
These lashes are so long. Like they don't fit my eyes.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna trim mine.
Like look how much extra there is. Like who's
I know, yeah. Sometimes I've seen people like take the part that they trimmed off and like double layer it to the end.
Yeah. I've seen people do that, but
yeah, me neither. Cause like it would just not.
Oh, my scissors are right here. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I managed to lose things so much.
Same, like I'll see them and then like 2 seconds later they're gone when I actually did them.
See if they fit now. Oh.
I also love wearing big dramatic lashes because if my eyeshadow isn't perfect, I'm just like, it's gonna get covered anyway. It's fine.
You can't see it. Lashes is
exactly.
like fix everything.
Let me set this more.
I like to use the Duo lash glue. Which one do you use?
Oh, that was a bit too much setting spray. Now I'm in oil slick again.
I use the quick
I love the Quick Set Duo. It is so nice.
That's my favorite. Sometimes it's a little too strong though, so when I go to take them off, I'm like, it's like stuck on there, and then I have to like use makeup remover so I don't have to rip my eyelashes. I have to be careful.
I got this lash glue at Marshall's because it was like on sale, but I don't think I like it very much because if I ever use it by itself, like it's always coming off pretty soon. A random from like a brand called Cala, which I had never heard of before.
Some of the glues like never dry.
Yeah, especially if it's like ever on a humid day or something, or if you're in like a steamy bathroom, like if you're trying to like put on lashes in the room after you just showered or something.
Yeah, the first time I ever tried to put lashes on, I used like this really bad lash glue. Like I don't remember what brand it was, but it was not sticking. Like my lash would not stick. It was the first time I ever put them on. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why won't it stick? And I spent like 30 minutes trying to put them on. And my friend was like, let me help you. I'm like, what do you do? Because I'm trying. Like, what am I doing wrong? So lash glue is just not
There are some
good.
lash glues that are just like not worth it. But it's also about, like, I feel like the first couple times I tried to put on lashes, I put, like, way too much glue and, like, didn't wait for it to get tacky. And I was just, like, trying to put it on and, like, getting in my eye and, like, a lot. It was a lot.
These are very dramatic.
I love a dramatic lash.
I usually wear, like, for every day, I usually do, like, these cat eye ones. And they're my favorite ones. And you have, like, singular ones.
Ooh, I love that one.
Cat eye, like
Kind of, like, more flared at the end, right?
They're not. Oh, here's my newer pack. Because I've always shown you these, but yeah, I
always have, like, a drawer full of different lashes.
They're not too long, and they're not too short. And they give you, like, that foxy eye look. Like, makes your eyes look snatched.
I feel like all your pictures have that kind of, like, look to it. I'm like, how do you do that? It looks so good.
Those lashes. I feel like these ones make my eyes look
I love it.
I barely see my eyes. They're so big. I like big lashes for, like, looks like this, but I cannot wear them every day because they're
right.
just so heavy.
Definitely, like, noticeable.
Like a sensory thing.
Oh my gosh, so it's like that scary moment where you put the lashes on and you're like, please don't get in my eye and, like, make me do.
I know.
Like, I posted that picture the other day where I was putting on my lashes and I sneezed while I was waiting for them to dry, and it just, like, got all over my face, so, like, got in my eye. Yeah. It's like, crazy. It's really funny. Yeah.
What happened?
Like, I've never had that happen before. Like, but it was like right now they're still tacky and drying. Like, imagine sneezing like now.
It was like flowers.
Like, great, all the hard work. At least it wasn't a face paint look.
Gotta take some of this off my lips. Gotta expose my lips. I can see them.
See, now I put so much time and effort into this makeup look, I am not gonna want to take this off. It's like, I am blue for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have to do the little scar thing. So
oh right, I forgot about that too. I'm like, this looks good. This looks like glam.
I totally forgot about it. I mean, it looks cool just like this.
We could even skip that step if you want to, but we can leave that up to you. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. I don't have anywhere to be.
No, I don't. So yeah, it's a good thing to show too, because then it's like, here's another option of, like, something you can add to this look. Add a little more.
I'm just gonna do like 2. She did 3, but she did a lot more like paint than us on her neck. How I love this. I probably will just do 2 scars. She has one here, and then one on her forehead right here. And then she put one right here, but like
I'm not committed to doing the whole neck area.
I'm just gonna mix this black and this green
color. For your lips now,
well, it's not
or
like
are you doing the scars right now?
I'm gonna do my lips and then do the scars last, because the scars should only take like not long, because it's just like 3 lines and then like more lines.
To show too, because again, it's something that looks so good, but like is pretty low effort.
Yeah, I'm just mixing these lipsticks on the back of this old eyeshadow. This really old Avon palette. My grandma used to give me all this Avon makeup.
I love that.
Yeah, not too bad.
I always see the Avon people like driving around in like these like shiny pink cars, and I'm like, I want to work for Avon just so I can have that car. Like, is it like an Avon exclusive color?
Like, what was it, Edward Scissorhands?
I love
the Avon lady was in it.
Should I have my lip balm? Where's my chapstick?
I wanted to use Avon makeup as a kid just for that movie. My corners on my lips. I gotta fix that.
My lips are like always dry no matter what I do, so I hate wearing lip creams that are like too drying, but usually if I put them over a lip balm it's okay, but right now it's not. I can't find it. I'm just gonna accept having dry lips today.
I usually put like Aquaphor on them at night.
Yeah, I have to like a good lip care routine. This looks so funny, like just having the bottom lip. I'm like yeah,
it's like the opposite of Shigo.
Like I tried to do a Shigo look once, and I did the like Shigo just has the one lip dark and the other one's like nude, and it looks crazy in real life. Yeah. Like in real life, it almost was looking like a mustache. Like
it does. It looks like a mustache.
Yeah, that's true.
Though, too. It does, but it works. I wonder like what the person who made the character design was like. Yeah, we're just gonna give them like one.
Yeah, right. Like, what was the thought process there? Maybe there's like trying to have like
Kim has that
signature look.
And like even in like Teen Titans, like Raven has technically lips that are two-toned.
Oh,
that's not
you're right.
obvious.
I never like really noticed
that.
But
I always do a black lipstick.
Like that's what I was talking about before. Is like you either are the character in a cosplay like just popped off the screen, or you are like a kind of real life version. It's like trying to do the two-tone lips doesn't always look good in real life. Like just doing a version that looks good in real life.
I do it for Shigo. I do my Shigo cosplay. I do it too, but whenever I do Raven, I just do black, like a black purple color. And I know you do Raven too. I don't remember what color you use, but I just find that I just kind of do like a goth look.
Yeah, same. I usually do like a dark purple,
like
basically. It's driving me crazy how good this looks in the mirror and how bad it looks on camera. Like, I am so going to post so many pictures of this just to be like, it looks kind of good in real life.
I have like fake blood stuck to the lipstick.
Classic, just the usual. Like,
I don't know like what happened. I like spilled on some of my makeup in my, cause I have like makeup drawers, and like I have like this like textured blood stuff, so like it's kind of sticky. It's supposed to be like more like
like I know what you mean. It's like
it's just like it like spilled out and like exploded on my makeup. So annoying. Like I don't know how to get it off.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that's just like permanently part of your makeup now.
Maybe like hot water.
Yeah, maybe yours are a really, really good makeup remover. I wish I had a black eyeshadow. I don't think I have one nearby, but I really want to add more of like a smoky look.
Smells like on my hand.
What'd you say?
On my hand.
Yeah.
Sticky. Try not to touch it so it dries.
Can you hear my dog?
I feel like an alien. I know it's supposed to be more like a zombie. I feel like an alien. I look like an alien. I feel like this color is giving alien vibes. Like a futuristic, vintage.
You're like, no, all you have to do is add like a little alien like headband or something, and then you can just be an alien with this instead.
Oh my gosh, do you remember the Hannah Montana episode where she did the zombie princess thing?
I don't think I remember that. I must have seen it at some point.
I forgot what the episode was called, but she like dressed up as a zombie for like acting role. And I always wanted like that hair she was wearing. When I was a kid, I was like, I want hair like that. It was like crimped with like all these like black highlights, like purple, like clip-in pieces.
I feel like I can almost picture what you're talking
And
about.
her dress was pretty. She had like this tulle dress that looked like had like holes in it and stuff, but it was like glam at the same time. I was like, I want to be like.
Such a good cosplay idea, like just doing that exact look. Like those random niche cosplay looks are so fun.
And then nobody knows what you're doing. And then nobody knows who you are except like a couple people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
but like the few people who do know are like so excited, like, oh my gosh, what's the best thing I've ever seen?
I would be excited. I feel like somebody had to have done it. Or something inspired by it.
I like love how this is coming out. This is so fun.
Now we just gotta do scarfies. I wonder where. I guess you could use white face paint too. I have a white eyeliner.
I have a white pencil liner and a white liquid eyeliner. I like the NYX paint. I think there.
Yeah, I have the NYX one too. But I don't know where I put mine.
I just have the NYX jumbo pencil, but I feel like I need a sharpener before I can use this again.
Probably gonna use. I might just use face paint. I can't find it. I might have put it like in one of my drawers, and then there's no telling where it is in there.
I have like voice activated lights that change color. I want to change the color of my background to like, what will be a good color for this look? Like blue?
White, black, blue. I might like take a picture like of a white wall or something. I don't have anything black.
Like Photoshop it.
I have a black backdrop, but I don't know where it is. So
yeah, that's too much work.
Just Photoshop it.
Computer, studio lights, lavender. What color? Ah! Oh, that looks cool.
That is cool.
Okay, so are we up to the scar now?
Yeah. Let me do that. This puts like one right here. Right, like this part, and then right here, going into her eye. Not in her eyebrow, but like right. Okay. Stops it right at it. You just put like a black.
I'm gonna use a small brush and use face paint because my eyeliner's getting a little dry.
I'm just using like this dip liner.
I want to powder this one more time because the oil-based makeup, it's definitely like it's not setting. Like it's just like permanently very slick. Which it was definitely much easier to work with.
I had like a couple of cream paints. I know what you're talking about. I had like a cream paint that was like pink, and it would do that. I had to like set it really well because it was like every time I touched my face, it would move around.
It's like I kind of love it because it was so much easier to work with than usual, but it is definitely very shiny.
This one can transfer a little bit if you don't set it, but not too bad. It's mostly just cracks where my nose is sometimes. Like my nose crease where I'm dry.
Yeah, I was like just testing. I was like moving my face around to see if it was going to be cracking, but it's not at all. So I'm actually very impressed with this. But it's funny, like if you look at the blue pan now, like I just opened this today, and like you can see. So you can do like 2 looks with this, and then it's out. But it was quite cheap, so.
At least you get a lot of different colors.
You're like, now I can do this look.
When I got my Maron one, I got it like on sale. It was like during like 4th of July. They had like a 4th of July sale, and it was like $40-50 cheaper than it usually is. So I went and bought it.
Ooh,
I was like, okay, I'll buy it.
Keep an eye out for Black
So I've
Friday.
been wanting it because I had this small one.
What did you say?
I had the basic palette. I just had like the basic palette like before like the primary colors, and I really wanted to get the big one. So I was like, finally bought it, and I've only had it for like 6 months.
I love
so
it.
It's, like, pretty neat.
Yeah, because I have the primary colors one and I love it. So I'm like, I'm like in the same position that you were in. So now it's like next time I see a sale, I'm gonna get it. Black Friday's gotta have some good sales for that.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably will have Black Friday. And I know they do Afterpay.
Oh, that's cool too.
I also bought some of like their scar stuff. It's called collodium something, I think. And it like makes it look, you like put it on your skin, it's like clear, and it kind of like pulls your skin in, and it makes it look like you have scars. So I got it for cosplay, and it works really well.
Makeup. That's so cool.
It's just their stuff's expensive, but it works really well. And it usually lasts you a long time. Like you don't need a lot of each product, which I like.
I guess the thing is that we were showing our pans in white before, and it's like we both had used it so many times. It was like still looked untouched.
I've done a lot of looks with these, and you know, none of the pans have hit yet. And even like my primary color one, I had used it for years. It was probably expired, but I just kept using it. I would just like spray it with some alcohol sometimes. It's kind of help with like any bacteria, but it lasted me for years. I did so much of it. I'm just gonna put a white line next to the black line on both sides. You probably can't see that from here. I can see it over here.
Are you using a liquid eyeliner or are you using face paint?
I'm using a face paint because I don't know where my.
I just like the liquid liner would be like
maybe
a
I should have
little
done like a white line.
bright. Let's see, what brush was I using for the white?
Maybe I should have done like a white line first. I'm just copying like what she did in the video. Maybe I should have done like a big fat white line
too.
and then do like a black line. Because then it might be easier. My hands shake so bad.
Same. Especially if I'm rushing to do a makeup look. That's why I like doing these kind of makeup looks for an actual in-person event is so stressful for me because I feel like you have a deadline. Like right now we're doing this, we're just chilling, taking our time, whatever. But like having to have it done by a certain time.
No rush.
Oh my gosh. and then my hands are really shaky if that's the case.
Anytime I've gone to like a convention, like all the makeup I've had to do was like pretty basic.
Yeah.
So.
I did the one elaborate look that I did for Comic-Con this year is I did Ember from Danny Phantom. So she's like that. She's like one episode, but she's like one of the Danny Phantom hosts.
Yeah. I always wanted to
love her look so much. It's so cool. But with that, I did like a white face paint and then just did like the black eyeliner that she has. Like the eyeliner is pretty easy, but the face paint, I was definitely looking crusty by the end of the day.
It's hard. Like face paint is hard. Especially if you have like dry or oily skin. If you just have skin, it's hard. Okay. I let that dry.
You can't really see the white, but in person, this is kind of giving more dimension to it. Like putting the black line and then putting the two white lines on either side.
I feel like yours looks more zombie than mine.
The adding the lines definitely kind of like brought the look together. Before it was just like it could have been anything, and now it's like okay, I see the vision now.
I feel like a pop art zombie with the pop art. That's how bright it is. And she just added some little curved lines. Yeah, this one she had curving this way. This one curved that way. And if you're not like on live, this wouldn't take you as long either. But since we're talking and stuff.
I feel like doing the white line first definitely would have been a good method, because now it's just so hard not to like blend the black and just make it look like gray.
Yeah. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
After.
Also, if you were like following her tutorial too.
I just watched.
But that's a good tip to give.
I just watched the video last night.
For anyone watching, like, let me do the white first.
There's my little thingies on the side. And then all you have to do at the end is add a little eyeshadow, like blackish eyeshadow. The little nubs, the little ends, to give it like a shadow.
Oh, to like give it like a shadow.
Kind of reminds me of when I did this like stuffed doll look. It was like I had like cotton on my face, and I used like burlap, like actual burlap. Like, what do you call it? Like, it looked like straw. I don't know. And I like glued it to my face, which was really, really hard to glue to my face. It kept wanting to like unravel everywhere.
Was that a look that you wore to like an in-person event?
I added
or
like
was that like
shadow.
for
just for pictures. Like 2 years ago, I did that. But it was so hard to get all that off my face. I used eyelash glue to like stick it on.
Like, do you ever use spirit gum adhesive?
Yeah, I didn't have spirit gum. I just used eyelash glue because I have sensitive skin, so I'm scared to try.
That's a good point. Spirit gum's pretty intense.
Any of that stuff. I'm like, I'll just stick to the lash glue because it works.
Like there's no point like experimenting with different things if you already have something that works.
Especially if you use the duo kind, it's strong enough to hold on a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised. Like you can put double fines on.
That's impressive.
Like small, like lighter weight things.
I'm gonna switch to eyeliner now. I feel like it's not a darker line.
Here's mine.
Yeah, I feel like making the stitches like curved kind of makes it look even more like real, which actually is kind of creepy looking now.
I feel like yours looks cooler because it's not as pigmented, like black. That's mine.
For some reason, I was having a hard time getting like the black pigment to stick. I think it's because of how slick and oily the base paint is that I'm using. It's kind of hard to get like a good solid black line, but it kind of works.
I feel like a monster high doll.
Like which one has a look like this? I'm like, I'm gonna try to like convert it into that.
Maybe like Frankenstein or whatever it is. I don't know all their names because I wasn't really like into that when I was younger. I think they look really cool, but since I was like older.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it came out a little bit after. But like
I was like, I think I was like 14 or something when it came out. And my sister was really into it because she was like 7 at the time. So she would have a lot of them. She used to be obsessed with it. I always thought they were cool. I was like, I wish I had those whenever I played with those.
Okay. I think that's pretty good.
I feel like yours looks more zombie.
Yeah, no, yours look is too. It's kind of like zombie / like possibly Frankenstein, or like a couple different interpretations of this.
Maybe a Monster High.
Yeah, Monster High doll, definitely.
Okay.
More settings.
I'm just putting like little shadows. This is like a Moda script liner brush. This is really thin. So I'm just using it to put the little dot, the little shadow at the end. With like a blackish color. Just kind of make it like more 3D looking. It's really simple. I wanted to make like actual looking scars, like
yeah, like make it look realistic, give it like dimension and everything.
This is a good way to do like something for Halloween. I feel like anybody can do this. As long as you can draw some lines, you're good. And they don't have to be perfect. I think I'm pretty much done. I think.
Okay, yeah, I'm satisfied with that.
Yeah,
now like the final reveal of the hair, again, just like pretend the rest of my body is blue. I don't want to get it all over my earrings too. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, oh my gosh, as soon as those bangs come down, it looks so nice. Okay, I should have used a little more setting spray. It might get in the wig, but of course when you wash the wig, especially with like proper wig shampoo and stuff, it would come out. For anyone who's curious about that. That's cute. So then I might like still wear it down and maybe still pin like one side back so that scar shows a little more. But I love how this looks. You can really see how dynamic the color is in your camera because you can really see how the bangs are kind of lighter. Again, for anyone watching, this is Lavish Wavez in Cosmic Teal. Oh my gosh, I love this color.
This color is really pretty. Like, I wear this out of the house.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Especially with like goth makeup.
Yeah, like I'll definitely be wearing this on a regular basis for sure. But then it also works so well for certain costumes. Wow, I feel like this look came out so good. I love yours. Are you gonna like take pictures and stuff now with it too?
Yeah.
Document it. Oh yeah, like the wrong color you need. Yeah, it's just like, hey, put some face paint on there. Yeah. It's so funny because I was considering just wearing it back like that, but then and I gotta paint my ear too, and I gotta paint the rest of my body. But this was so much fun, honestly, and I feel like this is such a look that anybody could do, and it's such a good last minute look. Like if you didn't buy a costume in time, you don't actually like need a costume for this. You could just do it with face paint, and like you can usually get face paint anywhere around Halloween.
Just like any kind of black dress or any kind of spooky
and then especially like if you have a fun colored wig, you can like base the face paint color off of the color of the wig. So like the base picture that we were working off of was like kind of a purpley color. Like that one's very similar to Smoky Lavender, which is one of the Muse Collection colors, which is one of my favorites. Like that would look so good with this. And then you said you had a dusty rose color. Like you could, if you did dusty rose, maybe you could do like a purpley face paint. Like that would look really pretty together. Yeah. But yeah.
Thinking purple. Or you could do like cotton candy.
Yeah. That's such a good idea. I love that. But anyway, I guess that like brings us to the end of this makeup look. So thank you so much for like walking me through this. I feel like having your like tips and stuff really helps kind of like keep it look good. Especially with the face paint. Like I feel like my face paint has never looked so smooth. And again, I swear it looks better in the mirror. I'll post pictures.
I feel like mine looks better in person too.
But I love this. Yours looks so good.
I feel like you can't really see my contour
very
much.
Pretty good, like the proper lighting. And like my contour looks, I feel like everything just looks more harsh on the phone camera. Like the highlights, it looks like it's just my skin tone. Like I feel like my skin tone peeks through too much on camera, and then the contour looks like more harsh. But it works.
Weird lighting.
Anyway, so as like a kind of like closing bit here for anyone watching, like what would you say is like some other good like Halloween costume ideas someone could do with face paint?
You could do like, I see a lot of people do like
that's a really good idea.
Or like deer face paint, and I've seen some people do like cats. Like my sister-in-law every year does a cat makeup because she doesn't ever she doesn't care that much about Halloween, so she kind of just throws on like black clothes and cat ears and just does like the little whiskers in the nose. So like you can do simple things like that. You know, zombie looks, vampire one. Even if you don't have like fake teeth, you can still kind of get the vampire look.
So like there's so many good things you can do with face paint, but then even if you don't have face paint, you could do cool things with like eyeshadow. You can really get creative. And it's the kind of thing where like no matter what, like Halloween stores are gonna sell out of costumes by now probably, which is like it's always like that last minute scramble to like buy things before they sell out if you need to go to an in-person store. But then face paint is like pretty much always gonna be available full year round, which is nice.
Yeah, I've noticed sometimes that if you like have like an old eyeshadow palette or like a cheap one, you can like wet it, like spray a little bit of water on your brush, and then like you can kind of use it as face paint if you don't have any I used to do that before I had face
Yeah,
paint.
this Miron
definitely
liquid that I got, I think that's what this is supposed to be used for. It's just Miron makeup mixing liquid. I think you can like mix it with eyeshadows and they just kind of look more like pigmented. But I haven't tried it yet, so we shall see. I ended up just using water for the face paint today because that was working just as well. But anyway, this has been so much fun. Like if you post pictures, definitely like send them to me so I can see what it looks like with the final look as well. For anyone who is watching, definitely go follow Sai Goes Meow Lyrical on Instagram. Check out her page for so many amazing cool cosplays. TikTok too. You have like some of the best makeup looks. Like I was just looking through your page yesterday and like getting inspo. Like I saw your what's her name? The Scooby Doo girl, Thorn.
Oh,
I love her look because I was
Thorn.
wearing this necklace, which I feel like was out of shot the whole entire video anyway, but it's like very similar to what she wears too. So I'm like, I have to do a Thorn look, getting the inspiration from your videos. But yes, this has been so much fun. We should definitely do this again sometime, like even on like our own pages as well. I would love to do that. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Hope everybody has a good day, good evening, night,
and
day,
weekend,
wherever you are.
a really fun Halloween as well. Thanks everyone for watching, and bye. I'll talk to you later.